A very good evening and thank you so much for joining us at this time. Today is Thursday, 21st December 2023, which is equivalent to 7th Jumada Thani, 1445 after the Hijrah of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, Amin. My name is Ukashatu Ibrahim Wakili. First, the highlights. Training and retraining of staff identified as one of the top priorities of the State Ministry of Information and Orientation. A 5-member panel of Supreme Court justices reserved judgment in the appeal over the Kano state governorship election. Hamas says that Palestinian groups have rejected the prospect of further hostage releases until Israel agrees to end the war in Gaza. These stories and more are coming up shortly. And now, the news in details. The Sokoto State House of Assembly is set to enter its 17th day of recess tomorrow. This followed the motion moved by the Deputy Majority Leader and Member representing Sokoto South 1, Mustafa Abdullahi, and seconded by Member representing Godaba South, Faruk Sidi. Moving the motion, the Deputy Majority Leader said the recess is on the calendar of the House in the first quarter of the year. He said the recess will allow the members to celebrate the new year of 2024. Speaker Tukur Bala Bodinga announced that the House had unanimously agreed to commence the recess tomorrow, Friday the 22nd of December 2023, and resume Tuesday 9 January 2024. Training and retraining of staff were identified as one of the top priorities of the State Ministry of Information and Orientation. Commissioner of the Ministry Alhaji Sambo Bello Danchadi stated this at a meeting with public relations officers and media assistants under the ministry. This, he said, was aimed at making them abreast with the dynamism of their work. The commissioner also said working equipment will be provided to enable them discharge their responsibilities diligently. In his remarks, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry Alhaji Ibrahim Muhammad enjoyed the staff remain dedicated and committed in the discharge of their responsibilities. Alhaji Ibrahim Muhammad assured that the ministry will reward hard work and take necessary actions against lazy ones. This was contained in a statement by Nura Bello Mekwanchi, Assistant Director Information Services, Ministry of Information and Orientation, Sokoto. A delegation from Darul Arqam Jumu'at Mosque located at Commissioner's Quarters, Sokoto, has commiserated with the Senior Manager News and Current Affairs Vision FM Alaji Shehu Jato Sanyina over the fire incident that razed his house. The delegation, under the leadership of Chairman of Committee of the Mosque, Alhaji Musa Bashar, described the fire incident as a will of Allah. They prayed to Almighty Allah to prevent future reoccurrence and call on the victim to take heart. Responding, Alhaji Shehu Jato Sanyina thanked the delegation for the visit and prayed Allah to reward them abundantly. The chairman was accompanied by the chief imam of the mosque, secretary of the committee, among others. The Supreme Court has reserved judgment in the appeal over the Kano state governorship election. A 5-member panel of justices presided by Justice Inyang Okoro has today reserved the judgment after listening to lawyers in the matter. Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf of Kano State and the New Nigeria People's Party had filed their appeal challenging the November 17th judgment of the Court of Appeal, which nullified their victory in the March 19th governorship election. The party are also notifying the FX Court of the contradiction in the CTC of the judgment, which upheld the governor's election and awarded him the sum of 1 million naira in damages. A 3-member panel of justices led by Justice More A. Adumen upheld the appeal of Nasir Yusuf Gauna of All Progressives Congress. The panel held that Abba Kabir Yusuf of the New Nigeria People's Party was not a registered member of the party and therefore not qualified to contest the election. However, in the long argument before the apex court, parties raised issues concerning the jurisdiction of the court in political party membership of a candidate. The lawyers also argued about whether the court could visit the failure of INEC to sign over 100,060 ballot papers on the voters' paper in Kano State. You are listening to news on Vision FM 92.5, your community-friendly radio. You can listen to Vision FM News live on the internet by logging on to visionfmradio.ng. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and you can follow us by using the handle at Vision FM Nigeria across all platforms. The news continues shortly. Welcome back from that break. If you are just joining us, this is Vision FM News at 4, coming to you live on our studio. The Federal Workers Forum has raised alarm that the 35,000 wage award given to workers by the federal government to cushion the effects of the economic crisis caused by the fuel subsidy removal has been deliberately stopped. The workers alleged that the federal government had paid only 1 month out of 6 months promised to the workers. National Coordinator of the Federal Workers Forum, Comrade Andrew Emeleze, in a statement made available to Daily Post, noted that the workers are passing through tortuous moments since the removal of fuel subsidy. Emeleze noted that minimum wage has remained at 30,000 monthly, while prices continue to soar, and a bag of rice now is above 60,000 naira. The Senate has confirmed the appointment of 11 Supreme Court justices appointed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to fill the vacancies on the apex court bench. The confirmation followed the consideration and adoption of report by the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters during today's plenary. President Tinubu had asked the Senate to confirm the nominees who were recommended by the National Judicial Council to fill the vacant position following the death and resignation of some justices. The nominees confirmed are Justice Haruna Amani, North-East, Justice Mo Adumen, South-South, Justice Jimai Sanke, North-Central, Justice Chidi Bere Uwa, South-East, and Justice Chioma Nwosu Eheme, South-East. Others are Justice Obande Obunya, South-East, Justice Stephen Ada, North-Central, Justice Habib Abiru, South-West, Justice Jamilu Tukuru, North-West, Justice Abubakar Umar, North-West, and Justice Muhammad Idris, North-Central. The chairman of the committee, Senator Tahir Munguno, while presenting his panel report, said the nominees possess the requisite qualification and experience to occupy the position and that there was no petition against them. With the confirmation of the 11 justices, the Supreme Court now has the complete statutory requirement of 21 justices on its bench. And now to foreign scene. Hamas said that Palestinian groups have rejected the prospect of further hostage releases until Israel agreed to end the war in Gaza. In an Arabic statement shared on Telegram, Hamas said there is Palestinian national decision that there should be no talk about prisoners or exchange deals except after a comprehensive termination of aggression. It is unclear which other Palestinian factions the statement refers to. Islamic Jihad, a smaller group in the Gaza Strip, is also holding Israeli hostages. Negotiations on bringing about a new truce in the war are currently taking place in Cairo, Egypt. Initial talks on Wednesday bore no fruits, with Hamas reportedly saying it will not agree to another temporary pause in fighting. And that ends the news at this hour, but before we go, another look at stories that made headlines. We told you that training and retraining of staff were identified as one of the top priorities of the State Ministry of Information and Orientation. A five-member panel of Supreme Court justices has today reserved the judgment in the appeal over the Kano State governorship election after listening to lawyers in the matters. On the foreign scene, we told you that Hamas said that Palestinian groups have rejected the prospect of further hostage releases until Israel agrees to end the war in Gaza. On behalf of the news editor, I am Ukashatu Ibrahim Wakili saying good evening. You can listen to Vision FM 92.5 on the frequency modulation band, while we stream on live.visionfm.ng. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and you can follow us by using the handle at Vision FM Nigeria across all platforms. Stay tuned for the Hausa version of the news.